Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Summarized AI. In continuation to our series, today we will explore tuple in Python. Now let's discuss about tuple as one of the data type we have in Python. A tuple is an ordered collection of items just like a list. The difference in between list and tuple is tuples are immutable, which means once we created a tuple, we cannot change, add, or remove any item in that tuple. We can define tuples with the help of bracket instead of square bracket. Square bracket gets used for list. So let me go back to my command prompt. Let's type Python here. Okay. Now, if I'm saying my underscore tuple, I will be using the brackets here, and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is how we will be able to define tuple having numbers. Okay, great. So let's see some of the features or characteristics of tuple. So the very first thing is ordered. So in tuple, the items has a fixed order and index positions. Okay, so every time when we print this tuple, we will see the same order. Okay, and if the order is same, which means they are holding their position. Okay, if they are holding their position, we will be able to access these tuple items with the help of index. And as we know, the first element is having an index of 0, and second is going to be index of 1, and the last is going to be an index of number of items minus 1, which is 3. Okay, very good. And we will see these things in detail later. Now, the second point is tuple is immutable, which means once created, we cannot add, delete, or update any item. Good. Now, the another thing with tuple is it allows duplicate. Okay, so if I go ahead and keep duplicate items in tuple, it will allow us to have duplicate items. Great. But in set, we can have only unique items. Now, in tuple, we can have mixed data types, which means if I'm creating my underscore tuple underscore 1 equal to, if I'm giving hello as a string, then I'm giving number, then I'm giving a float, and then I'm giving boolean. Okay. Now, if I print this particular tuple, I will see all the values, which means it allows us to have mixed data type. Now, with that, it also allows us to have nested tuples, okay, or list. Now, suppose if I have this particular tuple here, now if I say comma 10, comma 20, comma 30, okay, and if I print this particular tuple, see, we have tuple inside a tuple, and we can have multiple. All nestings are allowed. Okay, good. Now let's go and discuss what are the different things we can have with tuples. Okay, now in this particular tuple, if I wish to access 2, then what we gonna do is we gonna pass the index of 2, which is 1. So it will give 2 as an output. If I wish to have 4, I will be giving it index as 3. So it will give us as 4. Great. Now, if I give one more example and I say -1, can you think what the output is going to print? It printed 10, 20, 30. Okay. Why? Because -1 means it's the last element. Okay. Or let me make simple number underscore 1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and then I say number 1 and -1 position. Okay, it is giving us 5. So -1 means it is starting from last. And if I say -2, it is going to be a 4. Okay, and then -3 is nothing but 3. So it is starting from last. Great. Now, if I wish to have a range, okay, for example, I wish to start from first index and writing 3 here, but 3 will not get included. It will go till 2, which means it is going to print 2 and 3, okay, as an output. Now, if I say 3, then it is going to start from 0th index and it will go till 2. Good. Now, if I say 1 colon and this, then it is going to start from 1, which is 2, and it will be going till last. Great. Now, let's see one of the scenario for tuple. Okay. Now, for example, if I am saying num equal to 5, comma, okay, and if I print num here, I see it as a tuple. Okay. But if I do something like this, num underscore 1, only 5, not having comma, and print this num underscore 1, you will notice it printed an integer, correct? Which means if we are going to write a single item in the brackets, it will consider that particular data type. So let me try something with string. Okay. So if I say hello, and if I print this, you see that string. So whichever data type we are going to provide as a single data type, it will convert it to that one. It will not be tuple anymore. Great. Now, if I wish to count, okay, so let me again print my tuple first. And here, if I wish to count the number of items, okay, how many times I have 2 here, okay, so we can use count. Now, number underscore 1 dot count 2. How many times we have 2 here? It will say 1, okay. But if I go ahead and say number underscore 1, comma 5, comma 4, comma 3, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, okay. And if I say count 4, it is saying 3 times. One is this one is this one, and the last is this one. So we have 4 3 times. If we ask for 2, it is 2 times, which is this one and this one. Cool. Great. Now, if we wish to find the index of 2, let's see what it gives. Index means the position. Okay. So it gave 1, which is 0 and 1. But point to be noted here, we have one more 2 here. Okay. Which means if we are going to use index and we are trying to find out the position of that particular item, it will always refer to the very first item. Always very first item. Okay. Now, if we say index 2, comma 3, then you see it gave index as 8, which means we are asking start from third position, and wherever you find out the 2, give me that index. Okay, so it started from 0 1 2 3, started from here, and then wherever it got to, it printed. So it was the 8th index it got, and it printed that particular 8 index. Cool. Now, apart from this one, we can concatenate the tuple, which means if I have number 1, number underscore 1 plus, if I say 10, comma 20, comma 30, enter, you see the complete set got concatenated. Earlier we had till 4, now we concatenated 10, 20, 30. The size of the tuple got increased. Very good. Now, We have one more thing. Suppose if I use star, okay, so if I say I have number two tuple equal to, and I'm saying 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, okay, and if I say into 2, you can see it twice the tuple. So we had 1 2 3 4. Now we have 1 2 3 4. Okay, if we do this 3, and here if we say 4, okay, so 1 will be coming 4 times, 2 will be coming 4 times, every item will be coming 4 times. Let's see that. See, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4. Okay, great. This is good here. Okay, now if I wish to see 3 exist in this particular tuple, then I can say 3 in number underscore 3. True. Yeah, 3 is present. So it returned true. Now we check for 6. It will say false because 6 is not available in this particular tuple. Great. Now, if we wish to delete this particular tuple, we can use del keyword, okay, and write our tuple name as number underscore 3. And if we try to access this number 3, it doesn't exist, not defined. Okay. Now let's see again. If I have number underscore 2, I can access. But if I say del keyword number 2, and then again if I have to access number 2, it says not defined because we have deleted that. Great. Excellent. Now let's redefine our number tuple. Okay, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. And here, if I try to assign something at first position, okay, 10, it will not allow. We have already discussed we cannot add, delete, or remove from tuple. Okay, great. Now we have one more example here. If I say I have a tuple, okay, I have a tuple where I'm saying this is 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So we have a tuple having lists also here, okay, which is immutable. Okay, I give enter and I say number 1 0 equal to 10. Oh, sorry, equal to 10. See, number got updated. Why? Because in tuple we have this immutable element or item. Okay, so that we can update. So that's what it updated. Now, if I try to print this number, it gave me 1, 10, 3, 4. Okay, good. Now, now we have a very interesting topic in tuple, which is tuple unpacking. Okay, where we can assign tuple values to variables very easily. Okay, how? Let's see that. So, for example, I have a user equal to, I have a tuple which says the name is Mike and the age is 30 and the country is USA. Okay, this is the tuple what I have created. Now, what I can do here is I can type something like name, comma age, comma country. Okay, and if I say user, now if I print name, see Mike. If I say age, 30. If I say country, USA. This is nothing but it is tuple unpacking. So we unpack the tuple and assign it to the variable. Cool. Point to be noted here. And to conclude, use tuples when you have fixed data that should not be changing in future, like coordinates, date, or configurable values. There we can use these tuples. Very good. Excellent. Now, what we can do also is, let me go back to my Visual Studio for that. We can return tuples and tuple allow us to return multiple values. Okay, so let's see that. So I'm going to create a file practice.py and I will be creating a function def min underscore max. Okay, and I'm going to pass numbers from here and I'm saying retur and return in the bracket min numbers comma max numbers. So what it will do, it will return minimum and maximum number. Okay, great. Now suppose if I say result equals to min underscore max, and if I pass the numbers here 5 comma 2 comma 8 comma 1. Okay, oh, sorry, 8 comma 1. Okay, now if I print this, let's see what it gives. Okay, so let me run this code and you see when we run that code, it gives us minimum as 1, which is here, and the max number is 8 here. So we are able to return multiple values using tuple, which is great. Now if I will say result 0, it will give me minimum, which is because it is at the 0th position. If I say 1, then it is going to return me 8. Good, good. And that's all we have for today on tuple in Python. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I will be coming out with more video on Python AI and programming tips. So make sure to hit the notification bell to stay updated. See you in the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.